What is going on, people of the internet? It is Saturday, a beautiful day, special day for a multitude of reasons, and I'll get to that. But thank you guys so much for all the positive feedback I got in the last episode. That was just awesome. I really, really appreciate it. Philip, you're the man. Mr. Searcy, thank you so much. I'm still getting the DMs from all the people. And today, man, what a hard act to follow. But I think this guy might be able to do it. The one and only other awesome Ryan that lives right around the block from me. Mr. Ryan Bishop's going to be on the show. He is the owner of R&D Timber. And let's throw some of these wonderful captions on the screen so that I don't forget what I'm doing here. And this guy is a great friend of mine now. He is becoming a staple here in the Low Country. He is a natural at these videos that I think I'm going to try to get him to talk about. And he's just an all-around great guy, great friend, hard worker, employer of the county. He does great stuff, guys. And I think that a lot of people in his industry wouldn't ever consider being on a show called the ChatBot Podcast. I think that they would think that was the devil or something like that. They wouldn't know what that is for the most part. And it's because they're too busy doing their job out in the forest and making roads for us. They're doing the things, guys. So they don't have the time. And I've mentioned this before. You've got to trust the experts. In general, your expert folk, they spend a lot of time that you don't have. Let's do the things. That said, I am super pumped to welcome one of my very good friends, one of my awesome clients, and just one of the most awesome guys around, Mr. Ryan Bishop. What's going on,
Hey,
brother?
what's up, guys?
Man, I won't even tell him how much it cost me to get you on this show, but I was happy to write that check. Just kidding, just kidding. I'm actually his agent. It's the other way around. If you want him on your podcast, you're going to have to pay this guy. Isn't that right, Ryan?
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Right. So why don't you just really quickly tell people who you are, where you're from a little bit, and what you do. And what you do is so interesting. I just learned about it this year, and it's really changed a lot of things for me. But why don't you just talk a little bit about it's about you today, Ryan? The other Ryan, the bigger, better Ryan. Let me hear it, man. Tell the people your story, brother.
All right. Well, come from a logging background. My dad has been, gosh, he's been in logging for close to 40 years now, and so I've been in it for 10. And went to college, got a business administration degree, came out, started working in the woods, and now we've gotten to the point where we wanted to diversify our product. So we decided to get into forestry mulching,
Mm-hmm.
get into bush hogging, and
And
splitting to the
let's
side
tell
with
people
that
what that
business.
is. So bush hogging and forestry mulching. Like, I don't know if I've ever heard the word forestry mulching until I met you. And
Gotcha.
I'm a city boy, I guess, from Savannah. What do I know about forestry mulching? Now, bush hogging, that's I guess maybe more cobbing or brush hogging or something like that. But tell the folks out there in chatbot world and nerdland, because that's where we are today, baby. We're in nerd world. What is forestry
I hear you.
mulching and what is bush hogging?
Well, don't feel bad or feel like you're a nerd because you don't know what forestry mulching
Mm-hmm.
is.
Mm-hmm.
Most people have no idea what forestry mulching is. So bush hogging is the general term. Somebody will call and say that they need their lot bush hogged, but there are no bushes; there are standing trees, and so that's where
Right.
your
It's a big
forestry
difference.
mulcher comes in. The forestry mulcher is it's this really cool machine that you can actually chew a standing tree down into a bed of mulch, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a really cool process to watch.
It is really cool, and that leads me to one thing I definitely want to talk about is watching video. Man, I think you started a trend here, Ryan. I think that, truthfully, here, I think that earlier this year, when you decided you were going to go big, you're going to go big on video, you're going to go big on social because you're smart and you're a hard worker, you're a great forestry mulcher, but you're a business owner. That's the difference. And you wanted to grow. And you from all your research and what you told me, you said social media was the way to do that. Is that fair?
Yeah, absolutely,
And
absolutely.
mhm.
I think that most guys in my line of work are they're just hard workers. That's what they know how to do. They know how to pay the bills by
Mhm.
working their butts off. And
Mhm.
a really wise man told my dad a long time ago, him and his brothers, when they were busy working their butts off, was that you work too hard to make any money, and that you need to spend some time working on growing your business. And
Mhm.
so if you're too busy getting dirty and nasty every day, just grinding and doing all the work, then sometimes you lose out on opportunities. And social media is a huge opportunity.
Mhm.
So just spending the extra time to do these videos and to invest in being advertising on social media is huge. It has grown our company, our brand, everything, just very quickly. If you look at the scope of things, our company, our forestry mulching services, it's only a year old.
That's so
So
crazy to think
it,
about. It
it,
feels like that's been in your family business forever. Just that part of it. Even though I know that, of course, I know it's new. It just feels like you've been doing it way longer, way longer.
yeah. Well, the learning curve has been pretty strict, so yeah, it definitely has felt a little. It felt like we've been doing it for forever now. But yeah, it's been awesome. But the jet fuel to it has been going through social media,
Hmm.
and it's it's really educated a lot of people on what services are
Hmm.
available to them.
Yes.
And just the layperson, anybody that's never thought of how in the world they could tame the brush behind the house or
Right.
dress up their lot, beautify.
I know that you have actually all the way to Effingham County in Georgia such a fan club because my mom tells me my mom's a big fan, and you met her when I got baptized a couple weeks
Yeah,
ago. But
it's awesome.
even the people that she knows have also seen your videos, and they talk about the big machine, the gyro track. Shout out to gyro track. We'll talk about them too, I'm sure.
Yeah,
But these videos are just fun to watch for people because of the machine and because of the content. And I think when you say invest in social media, I think it's easy for businesses to go out there and hit that blue boost button and spend a bunch of money and get nothing.
yeah,
And they don't ever know what they're going to get. Maybe they see the business increase, maybe they don't when they're running these boost button ads, but they're not really being social media, are they? They're just trying to run ads. And what you're doing is you're being social, I think is the key.
yeah. I agree, and the numbers show it. It's kind of crazy how you can see one advertisement where some guy, one of those guys, is too busy working his butt off to really advertise, and so he puts a picture of his business card in his hand on
Yeah.
Facebook, and
Golly,
that's his
man.
advertising. That's his
Oh,
media, and so
there's some
that's
really bad ones. Right.
I feel like being kind of tough to do in real person
Hmm.
mode right now because of COVID. I feel
Right.
like being social, period, is about interacting.
Hmm.
It's all about kind of developing your audience, being able to be real with the people that you're trying to advertise to, and you can only do that by having interaction. Several videos where you're kind of showing what you're about and
Hmm.
kind of showing what your company is doing,
And you're building a
how the
relationship, I think,
process
right?
looks.
Building a
Yeah.
relationship. That's what I took away from Phil. That was one of my big takeaways from Philip yesterday. And if you haven't watched that one, Ron, you should. It was a good one, man. Um, you're building a relationship is what you're doing. You're nurturing a relationship with every Facebook post, and you're showing a little bit of yourself. And this is something that I will not get. I don't have many YouTube influencers on this show just yet, Ryan Bishop.
Uh,
So I want to learn with all the video views you've gotten and all the new exposure and all the positivity that's happened. And I want to talk about that at the end. You also, at least on one occasion, have experienced some haters. Is that right? And how have you handled that? As you
yeah.
go from
Well,
zero exposure to like now everyone knows you, and you go to the gas station, you're the mulcher guy.
yeah. Definitely have gotten a taste of that, which is crazy and
Crazy.
awesome. Uh,
This is
but at
awesome.
the same time, yeah, you get some haters. Some people that are frustrated because maybe they didn't think of it first or whatever.
Hmm.
Um, but they're frustrated that you're starting to impede on their business and that you're doing something with a little more edge.
Hmm.
And the way we've reacted to that is it's kind of kill them with kindness, man.
That's awesome.
We're just being factual in what we're doing for our business. I don't pay
Hmm.
their bills, so I don't mind like if they have a problem. It's that's whatever. I have to worry about paying our bills, making
That's
money for
right.
our company. So it just being a Christian and trying to do business with some people that are not happy with you. Sometimes it's a little frustrating.
Right.
It's hard to be, Christ-like in those situations, but at the
I
same
hear
time,
you.
that's a perfect test, right there
Hmm.
to just be able to show some love to the haters. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you what, man, you're 1,000% right, and it's hard, but it is what we have to do, and it always does pay off. Even
Yeah,
though, like, you really sometimes want to tell someone exactly how it is. It's always good to take the higher road for sure. And I think that it always comes back, even if it's years down the road, it always comes back and it benefits you in some way, you know?
yeah,
And I think that,
yeah. I mean, you just got to remember that, like, you started somewhere too, and
mm-hmm,
just humble yourself, man. If
a thousand
you got
percent.
too much pride about the cool things that are going on in your life, then
Mm-hmm.
eventually they won't be that cool.
Exactly, and nothing here lasts forever. And
Yeah,
I will
amen.
say, I will say this: it's about being When it comes to being in business, I think the number one attribute in successful business and commerce is trust and authenticity and relationships. People like to do business with other people that they like. They
Yeah,
buy expensive shoes versus the cheaper shoes because they like the brand and they feel like they have a relationship with the brand. And
huge.
I think that especially in industries like yours in particular, and I don't know the reason for it. Maybe it's because in the industry there you guys. What do you mean you guys? You're so you're working with your hands so much. You're in one of the few places in the few industries right now where you don't have the hand in your phone, maybe because you can't chop down trees and text at the same time as you can if you're sitting in an office
Some
job.
people try it. It doesn't work.
Oh, that's scary. None of your guys, I know.
Not
I
my
can tell you
guys. Of
this:
course
every
not my
time
guys.
I've been on a job site doing a video for you, everyone has been extremely professional. And I mean, you guys are like big, burly. You're like, what are the lumberjacks, man? You're like the real men, dude. And I'm coming in here with Jordans on, like, hey, let's do some videos. But you're even so professional, man. All the other guys are great
Dude,
that I've met.
we're so blessed with the guys that we have. They aim to please. They're hard workers. They
Hmm.
show up every day and they grind it out, man.
It's awesome.
They are awesome guys, and they work hard. Very thankful that our customers realize that. And they've, we don't advertise that guys are going to come there, and expect a tip. And they've been on several jobs where our customers are just super nice and they end up tipping them. Like, man,
Hmm.
that's nice. They even cooked lunch for them like a couple of
That's
times. Like,
awesome.
it's crazy, dude. But
That's really
yeah,
awesome.
just super blessed to be in that situation. But like the relationship thing that you were just talking about, and
Hmm.
that Philip was hitting on, like
Hmm.
that's huge, man. That's the whole point of like being a Christ follower is the relationship between you and
Hmm.
your Savior. It's
Yep.
not about the religion. Just like selling your product is not about the market. It's about and so it's just I think that's huge and the whole point of social media is to be able to interact with a
Hmm.
bunch of people all over the world. And I
Hmm.
just think that's how you build your relationship. Just making full circle what we were talking about earlier.
1,000%. We're not going to give away any of my or Ryan Bishop's ninja secrets because I had a little bit of helping hand in developing this guy's social media strategy. That's just
Absolutely.
set it off, if I do say so myself, and set me off too in a lot of different directions, all the way to Gyro Track, which is my biggest client right now as far as manufacturing goes. It is they're awesome. Love
They
you,
are awesome.
Danielle and Patricia, everyone, Jennifer. They're awesome, and that company, I think, it was in the same boat. They were just ready to just explode in growth, and
Absolutely.
we're seeing it, and it's because of social media, and specifically one of the little small ninja secrets people give away a little bit is your selfie game, man. Your selfie game is strong, brother. Tell me how. Whenever, tell the audience a little bit about the selfie game and why you do it. Just not everything, just a little bit.
Sure,
Why is that
sure.
important?
So, we do these really awesome videos. A guy named Ryan Baggett creates for
Oh,
us,
please.
and they are just like jet fuel to what we're doing. They are
I gotta get
awesome,
off this. I'm
and
blushing.
people love it, dude. We have like, how in the world did some freaking lumberjack from Walterboro start some fan base with having these cool videos of grinding trees to pieces? And
Hmm.
so the process of what we do is already cool to watch. But like we just talked about, building that relationship, putting your face out there, all important. But after you do the big videos, you still got to keep people,
Yes.
interested. And
Hmm.
what we do is interesting, and to us it is anyway.
You made
But
it
to a lot of
interesting
people,
too. You made it interesting, and I'll bet you that there have been people in your industry or similar industries who would want to see this. You know, and I've been in positions. How am I going to make this cool? And luckily,
Right.
you made that easy for me. I was just like, oh, I just got to hit record and I don't have to do anything else. You just take it away, Ryan.
Well, and I mean, it's neat. Dad and I talk about it all the time. We're like, we'll have somebody that comes by one of our job sites and they're like just amazed. They'll sit in their car for 30 minutes watching the process. And
Hmm.
we're like, you know what? We forget that this is our world and that, normal people don't get to see that on their drive to work.
That's
They don't,
exactly right.
they don't get to see some of that cool stuff. Big boy toys, and that's all it is,
Hmm.
man. You're sitting in a cab playing a video game. That's what's going on.
That is exactly how I feel about building all the nerd automation I build. And like, oh my God, I built you an email drip campaign that's 6 messages deep, Ryan. It's going to help you all the way to 6. That to me is a video game. That to me is
Right.
Grand Theft. That to me is Medal of Honor. What are all those games? Emma, what is it? Call of Duty. That used to be my jam back
Yeah,
in like
yeah.
high school though, because I don't have time to play anymore. 'Cause I'm trying to do things, and you are
You're too
too.
busy hustling, dude.
Yeah, I don't see you on the leaderboards anywhere in those video games, but
No,
I
sir.
I
No,
do
sir.
see you on the leaderboard in your industry, and that's the truth. And man, it's been amazing to see you grow. People say to me that the handful of people that know what I'm doing, most people like Ryan does something. His last name's Baggett, and he likes robots, and they don't really know. They don't know what's going on. Even the people that I really think would love this stuff, they've never even tried it. They don't know what automation is, and it's okay. But this is my video game. I feel that, and
Yeah.
you have a fun game to play when you're mowing down these trees, and it's not bad for the environment. I want to get that clear to the folks. The way he's doing things for the environment is not like the movie. What's the Fern Gully movie? Which honestly, that's what I was thinking I was going to see.
Right.
Like, and I liked that movie as a kid. I was like, man, is Ryan Bishop Fern Gully man the killer of the forest? But
Pretty
you're
good
not.
cameras. Yeah.
It's awesome what you're doing for the environment.
Well, it's really neat. It's a faster, more efficient, and way more eco-friendly process of land clearing,
Hmm.
and it's
Versus
really
something like
cool.
burning, right?
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes landowners prefer to do that. There are definitely different ways that you can clear land, but this is an efficient way that you can do it. And we've found that out just through experience. But we've had several other people tell us that. And of course, GyroTrack, they are awesome at being able to educate the public,
Hmm.
on kind of what that process looks like and how it's more eco-friendly. And
Right.
now I'm not going to sit here and preach to you and say that our diesel engines don't emit any kind of
Right.
emissions and we're completely green
We're not
company.
guilt free.
Definitely not. But at the same time, it is better than the alternative.
A thousand
Put it that
percent.
way.
And if you
But
can do something better and be better, and I think we should always be getting better. That should be the
yeah,
goal. And I know that Danielle, I know that I'm actually going to be seeing a Stage 5 GT16 sometime this year. That's
oh yeah,
this the Stage 5, which means it's the best, it's the cleanest, it's the cool thing to have if you're in that
yeah,
world. And I think that here's the big thing. And shout out again to GyroTrack because man, they're fun to work for and with, and they're just crushing it, just like you are. I think that it's guys like you and Jesse Rast and my boy Kyle Russell. Y'all have made that brand cool, and I think you have made mulching videos cool, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think you have, and I want to know: have you seen people try to copy you yet? Because I told you it would happen, and I've been
yeah.
right on a lot of predictions. But have you seen any copycats come out, or have people even asked you, "Hey, Ryan, we need some ninja secrets. We know you have the secrets. What's going on?" You know?
Yeah, we've seen some guys like I wouldn't call them copycats because they got their own brand, but they're doing pretty much the same thing we're doing.
Hmm.
Their
Trying to.
professional video quality can't quite be as cool as what Ryan Baggett would produce, but
Thanks
they're
for that.
they're nice. They're cool
Good.
videos. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
No hating. No hating. No hating.
They're guys that are doing an awesome job out there. But yeah, doing the same thing that we're doing, and I did not see any of that before I started.
Me neither,
And
dude.
definitely, I'm not going to pretend to be the first one on the block. I'm sure somebody could have had that idea before I did, or I just didn't see the videos.
I
But
looked,
it's
man.
just it's cool because I never noticed them before, and now I see them all over the place. And
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
it, like you said, it's once kind of word gets out there, man, mulching's cool.
It
It's
is.
it's a cool thing to watch. But like I don't know if you want to talk about it as much, but like the filtration, the automated bot system that we
Mm-hmm.
have with our Facebook account, and it's connected to our website. If
Mm-hmm.
somebody wants to check out our service, then they send us a message. And like you said, man, you can't sit there and text and be on
Mm-mm.
the phone the whole time while you're trying to work. So it just takes a lot of work off of your hands,
You know,
and just
I'm so glad to hear that. And that was actually the question was, how does automation help? And I want to say this, even though it does help for you in that regard, you are so good. I think I'm fast in general with community management. And that's where like been my bread and butter for years, content creation and community management. You are so fast at responding to your people that ask you questions. You know, I know the bot does its job for the most part, man, but there's nothing that's going to be better than a human in some cases. And that relationship and the connection and the speediness of closing the deal, you're better than any robot I can make, man. You're great at it. Like,
yeah. Well,
we're getting
I
bad leads out, but when you see a good lead, because I see it, you snag them, dude. You
oh
snag.
yeah, dude. It's you can't go fishing without being prepared to reel them in. But
Woo! Whoa! I like that. Wow! You can't go fishing, man. I've got to get that. If I was a
yeah,
tattoo guy, I'd probably consider that one, man.
yeah. I tell you, it's really cool because it's just like anybody else. You go to any other service, you call the 1-800 number, and
Mm-hmm.
then you have to keep on using your dial pad to get to a certain
Mm-hmm.
person or a certain department. And
Mm-hmm.
so that can be annoying at some point, but it is nice because you're getting directed to the exact right place where you need to go, and whoever answers the phone, they're prepared to talk to you as that certain
Mm-hmm.
customer.
So good.
And
That
so
makes a lot of
I,
sense.
I think that's
Mm-hmm.
the cool part of the automation process is it's just a filter that helps me and it helps to where when they contact me, they can say whether they're a landowner or if
Mm-hmm.
they're a
Exactly.
contractor,
Right.
and they can click just an auto response. It's a multiple choice pops up. They
Mm-hmm.
click the answer, it filters to something else, and then once they get to a certain point, I
Perfect.
can I can talk to them, and I know what kind of person I'm talking to, and
Yes.
exactly what information I need to get to them the quickest, so I'm not wasting their time.
I mean,
So
that's the perfect. I'll tell you this in my shout out to my mother if she's watching. If she sees your photo in that screenshot, I know she's going to watch it. She says, and it's so
that's a
true.
sweet lady, man.
Of course she is.
That's a sweet mama you got.
Man, she is. But I'll tell you, you're so good at explaining things, dude. Like to a guy like I can market and advertise a thing, a product or a service without really knowing too much about it because of social media and how the formula works. It's not that hard. And doing the things can be hard, like making the right content can be hard, and then knowing how to do the other things can be hard, but this formula is not. And you broke that down. You could have been an educator, my friend. You could have just taught classes
uh,
about anything, and I would understand it. You broke it
oh
down
man,
perfectly, and the deal is either you're working, you're with your family, actually doing things outside of your business, even though that time window is small in the middle of the day for the most part in the middle of the week, or you could be sleeping, and sleeping is the big one because you can't argue against sleep.
yeah,
Your automation is working. And so when you wake up and you have four people to call and you're like, oh, I'm calling this guy first because you said his budget's over $5,000. I'm calling him first. It makes sense, I think to
sure,
have it done that way versus talking to someone first and spending, time with them, getting their information, going back and forth to find out they're not ready to do anything for 6 months.
right. And I also I'm big on there's no project too small and there's no project too big to talk about. So
Mm-hmm.
if somebody's just not quite sure what they're looking for, and that's also an option on the filtration process. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so
Good point.
once
Good point.
they click that option where they would just like to speak with someone,
Mm-hmm.
I love that opportunity to be able to speak with people, develop a relationship with them, and explain to them the whole process of how we do things, and how payment process goes through all of
Mm-hmm.
the invoicing. What information I need from them, just stuff like that. And I just feel like in a lot of situations, and sure, not every situation, but in a lot of situations, people are more comfortable with the more information that they have,
A
and
thousand percent.
that's available to them.
100%. It's like if you're a business in 20, by the way, if anyone's watching this and you're a business in 2020 and you don't have a website, we need to talk. You need to DM me because like we gotta have a discussion. Like even
That's
if your website is one page, like personally, my one of my sites that I use that I get a decent amount of traffic, there's like no information there. That's on purpose, but at least I led them to a place. And if they want to contact me, I give them the way. But like I took
right,
away, there's no services anymore that you'll find on my old consulting stuff because I don't really do that stuff
right,
anymore.
right,
But I still lead them there. Like you have to make it no barriers, guys. That it's got to be easy. And as soon as you throw up a barrier, make it hard, I think you're losing leads, which means you're losing customers, which means you're not making as much money as you could.
right.
And can you say here's something on the record? And we won't ever talk about exact amounts, but I want to say on the record because I know and we're working on the campaigns together. I'm sure we're doing a video 2 weeks for 2 Mondays from
Yeah,
not
that's
this
right.
Monday, but next Monday. We're doing a big one and a really awesome place I'm excited about. We won't say the name yet. It's okay.
Yeah,
We'll let the build up, but it's a big place, guys. This guy's
it's going to
doing
be awesome.
things. I think, man, I totally just lost the track of thought thinking about that job, man. Holy crap. Because that is going to be a great video. Oh, I remember. What I want you to say is if you think your selfie videos, because the selfie game's strong, do you think that it is easy to identify through social media and your automation with TTT if you've made $1 with social media, or is it just you're getting leads and exposure, right? Because so many people in my world, they want to say, "Oh, well, I don't know what about this, or I don't know about that, but you got this much reach and this much clicks and these much impressions." I don't care about any of that stuff. I mean, I had to look at it to make sure our stuff's working in the way it should. Is it reaching people? But I care about different things, and I think you do too. Actual customers. Do you think
Right.
that you can tell that doing this selfie stuff and using this automation has made a financially positive impact?
Oh, dude, there's no question, no question. Like you said, the clicks, the reach,
The
all of those
likes, I don't really
things.
care, you know.
You can kind of get a caliber of like, what that video is doing. But at the same time, it's really just at the end of the day where the money's coming from, where you got that customer from, and all of that information points directly to social media for us.
Mm-hmm.
We have great contacts, and a lot of them come from social media. But
Mm-hmm.
a lot of them are word of mouth, and it's just a huge network of different people. But it's cool because even if it's somebody by word of mouth, then they'll be like, if somebody knows us, they've worked with us, they've seen our videos, they've seen
Mm-hmm.
how we do our job,
And they tell you,
then
right?
they're going to
Mm-hmm.
direct that person that they're talking to, like, dude, just go check out the Facebook page.
Oh yeah.
Just go check it out. You have no question of what's going on your job site. And so
Mm-hmm.
they'll point people to our Facebook page. They'll point people to our YouTube channel. To
Mm-hmm.
come and check it out. And it's just, I think the Facebook selfie stuff, it's your everyday grind
You're
that
all
you're showing.
exactly.
And it's your everyday process.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's important, even if it's not the most amazing stuff. It's
Mm-hmm.
still showing this is what we do on a daily basis. This is how our process works, and this is
Mm-hmm.
why we do it. This is an application for our equipment, is all of those things. And I just think that the selfie stuff is huge. And of course, like, it's Ryan Baggett's magic that, pushes that stuff. But it's, to do that stuff on your own, I think you really just have to, be dedicated to that being a normal part of you doing
It's a
business.
part of it. It's a part of the business procedure at that point. Now, with that said, I think that it's important for me to say that if I wasn't focused on what I was focused on and I wanted to be a different sort of agency, it'd been easy for me to sell you on not doing so many selfie videos and saying, well, Ryan, you really need me. You need my camera and my hands and my eye. You need me to do videos, dude. So, and how bad would that have been? You would have seen positive results from the marketing for sure, because it works.
Right.
But if I had tried to pull more dollars from your pocket, it would end up hurting me anyways. I don't need those dollars. I need you to be successful. That way, things keep going and we keep moving. And I think that is a difference. And I don't know if I can say everyone can do a selfie video, because let me tell you this, I wouldn't have recommended you do that if I didn't think you would have been so naturally great. And I'll say, there's a guy I had. Do you know Gallagher, John? That dude was awesome on video, bro. He was, and there are very few people that on their debut crush it like that. Sally from TOs and that crew. There's some people that they're naturals. Most are not. Truthfully, they're not. And I'll walk them through it. But I wouldn't recommend the selfie video thing to everyone. Now, there's content that can be made. Maybe you're a great writer. Maybe you can take great pictures, and that should be your content. But I think the way that you tell the story matters, and the way you do it, I can't teach that, brother. That's all you, man. And I think the selfie videos are the ones that scored the jobs, and I think that the rocket fuel videos are the ones that get the potential eyeballs. And I think that's about a secret sauce that we can give away. Nothing else. Shh, Ryan. But I think that really they cannot copy, or they cannot clone. They cannot be Ryan Bishop. Only one Ryan Bishop.
Well, I think that is key. Like, if you're going to be doing videos, it shouldn't be a production.
Don't try to copy someone either.
Have a script,
right?
I think you have an idea. I'm going to show this really cool thing because I think it's awesome. I think my customers need to be educated on it. You show that, being honest, and I just feel like the less gap that you have between the you that's on the video and the you that's in person when you're shaking somebody's hand or fist bump or elbow bump or whatever you want to do during COVID. But when you're meeting in person, like there shouldn't be a difference,
right?
In the you that's on
that is so good.
Getting to meet those people.
That's a great point, man. I'll tell you, Ryan, you have really set the standard in so many ways. And I know that there are a lot of guys following in your footsteps, and I know them personally a lot of times, and I've done some things for them after you, which is great, and they're awesome.
Sure.
But you've really you're a trendsetter, man. And I just want to know, before I let you go, I know the time's getting close, I want to know if you have any big plans for 2021 as far as your advertising goes, or as far as what you want to do with your business. Like, do you plan on getting more machines or more people? Like, what do you think? Where do you see yourself, say this time next year?
Well, Lord willing, we're going to continue to grow. And the growth that I see is we are in more of a residential market to what we do, and which I love because it's about relationship to a bunch of different customers. You're dealing with daily a different customer most of the time. But getting more into the commercial and agricultural side, where you're covering, large acreage spots, that's what I would like to get into. I'd love to get into stuff like that. That is something that I think that you just kind of have to feel out. You can't push your way into the situations, and I feel like we have grown on a steady pace, and we went from starting out with one machine.
You've done like that, but you just kept going,
Yeah, dude. Now we have 3 machines and 5 people,
I was trying to
and
tell someone
and
that the
that's
other
not
day. So
counting me,
good.
but it's
So
just
good.
it's pretty awesome to see that that's the type of growth we've seen, and obviously there's all kinds of factors in the next year that could affect everything that would
Right.
have nothing to do with whether it's forestry, mulching, or land clearing. There'll be stuff that can affect us as far as the political,
It's true. Hmm.
the health, uh, just deal with sickness and the education world, not being able to send kids to school, just all that crazy to bring up any of that stuff as a topic, but
No, it's just
it
here,
really
man.
will. There are several factors like that will affect whether we grow or not, and I don't know, it's all about being humble enough to know like when you've reached your limit or when you
Hmm.
should just continue to work on your craft that you're doing now and take it day by day, stuff like that. So that's all we have the choice to do is to just continue to beat on our craft and
Hmm.
continue to get better at what we do and try to do that every day. And yeah, we screw up all the time, dude.
But you
We have
win
all
big too,
kinds
baby. You're so humble, man. You're
of,
modest. I'll tell you
well,
this. I'm your biggest fan. You know me. I'm gonna
yeah,
it's not you see
yeah,
that smile,
man.
ladies and gentlemen? He already knows Ryan's about to get him pumped up because I'll tell you what,
Yeah, dude, you're the man. I
this
appreciate
guy
it.
right here.
Yeah, I mean, in 2021, what I would like to see is our
Hmm.
company to grow at a faster pace, while trying to work with other professionals and continuing to organize our company even better,
Hmm.
and just work on the details as we grow larger. But I want my operators have come such a long way. A lot of them had hardly any experience on the equipment, and now they are experienced operators after almost a year belt, and they know how we do things. And it's really
Hmm.
cool to see every time we bring on a new person how easily they adapt what we do to that new person and how we do things. And they're like, we don't have a lot of trouble out of our guys. We try not to hire guys that are going to be troublesome, but it doesn't matter how hard you try to avoid that.
Right.
But
Unavoidable,
the,
right.
yeah, I mean, like the guys that come in, like they kind of fit into into the mold. Our experienced guys will tell them, "Hey, dude, I'm going to show you the ropes. This is how we
Hmm.
do things. This is the expectation of the outcome of this property. We're going to go there, make sure it's awesome, and
You always do such good work.
hopefully Ryan won't kill us at the end of the day, and that's pretty much it.
I tell you
No,
what, man, y'all do such great work. It's and you work so hard and you do all the things. Like this is what I've been saying basically every episode. If you want to be successful at anything, there's no excuses anymore. Like zero. Like figure it out. We have the internet. You figured it out. You figured it
absolutely.
out. A lumberjack. Now this is a smart, ladies and gentlemen. This guy's smart. Don't when I say lumberjack, I don't mean anything to do with anything with smarts because he's
It's
super
a
smart,
redneck,
super smart
but
redneck country boy from the south, whatever. Smart and he does really well. And I'll tell you, it's there's no excuses. So sure, he might doing selfies. He doesn't do them for fun, guys. Neither do I. We're not those dudes. There are those dudes exist, and there's nothing wrong with that. Dudes take your
yeah, I'm
selfies just
not.
like your ladies, but we're doing it for whole different purposes. And he is proof it works if you're real and if you're authentic. And man, you just do all the right things. Yeah, the Lord's totally blessed you, and you know
Absolutely.
it. I know it, and it's amazing to see. And I hope that you get 5 more employees in the next 6 months, and I hope you get another
Sure.
machine or a bigger machine, whatever your goals are. I know that you'll reach them, and I hope that I'm going to be right there with you, like
Dude.
we have been. It's been
Oh yeah.
awesome.
Well, the biggest thing that I think from our experience, I'm not an expert, but just the biggest thing to try and be successful in your company is to ask for help, to
Hmm.
ask for advice, man. And you take everything you hear with a grain of salt. There's not, there's no perfect application of somebody else's world to yours. You can't, absolutely, Xerox what somebody else is doing
Right.
and just conform to exactly how they're doing it. You got to have your own recipe, but
I
there
like
are
that, man. You're dropping bombs.
so many
Yes.
guys out there that are doing things and they are so excellent at what they do. You can take tips from all kinds of people. And man, my dad taught me when I started working out in the woods with him was uh, in order to be a leader, like you have to listen to everybody's opinion. But listening to somebody's opinion on something gives them value,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes them feel like they are valued as an employee. And even the laziest guy on your group, he can teach you the easiest way to do things. So like, you know, so it's just like being able to take stuff with a grain of salt and just seek out experts, guys that are awesome at their craft. Like
That is.
seek out their information.
Mm-hmm. That's there's a point that I observed from yesterday and earlier. You got to talk to the experts. You, my friend, have solidified your spot at the top. You are the expert in forestry mulching, and I told you that too. What happened? Have you gotten questions? Well, I know it's time to go. I'm not gonna. Your wifey's not gonna be mad at me, and mine's not either. And I'm
Dude,
saying
you're
it about
good.
her.
The littles are napping right now. I'm actually doing
Perfect.
this video in my truck because it's
Yes.
the only silent place in my house. But the littles are napping, so we're safe.
Hashtag parent life.
But
Yes.
yeah, I've gotten questions, man. This craziness. We started out and like this thing started blowing up because of all the hard work you've put into it, and then us
Oh, it's a
just
teamwork, baby. Teamwork now.
making this
Always.
magic happen. But it's funny. I was like, I'm not an expert. I'm figuring this stuff out. I've been logging for 10 years, so I knew a lot about equipment and how
Hmm.
to make a job efficient. But yeah, man, we get into this forestry mulching thing and it's blowing up and people are seeing us, on social media like crazy.
Hmm.
Well, and then I get like manufacturers calling me and asking me my
So
opinion
cool.
on stuff. I'm like,
So
and
cool.
I'm not going to be dishonest with them and tell them, look, I've been doing this for, a certain amount of months and like it's really cool. We've learned a lot. This is what I can tell you from my experience. But then I've had other professionals, contact me about, all right, dude, I'm in this situation. What do you think I should do?
Right.
And it would just be, normal contractor conversation where you're like, oh yeah, dude, I ran into this wall and how do I break
Oh,
through it or go over it or around
totally.
it? How do I do this?
Eh,
And it's
That's
cool,
brand,
but like
baby.
I
That's
said, man, I'm
brand.
I'm not gonna lie to somebody and be like, oh yeah, dude, I know exactly what you're talking about. I'll just tell them, look, from my experience, this is how I would handle that situation. But it's crazy, man. I've gotten questions like that.
Hmm.
But that's another thing. Like, don't act like you're an expert, even
Right.
though you're getting all this footage out and people see you. You are the name that they're going to call. So
Hmm.
because they don't know anybody else that does forestry motion because they're not seeing those people in their face.
Right.
So they're going to ask you those questions and best thing you can do is be honest and like if you don't know what to do then you don't know what to do, but you know so I wouldn't want somebody to think that like Facebook makes you a false expert or
You got to
doing
put in the
social
work.
media
You
makes
got
you
to put
some
in the work,
false.
man.
Yeah, I mean like it's all about how you react to that attention. So
I think finally people are coming to terms. And, well, I say that, and then there's all sorts of statistics, unfortunately, that maybe even with more so of a younger crowd, that they're not seeing the difference between real life and Instagram highlight reels.
oh
You
gosh,
know, and that's another thing Philip said. Philip just was dropping bombs just like you are on this thing, man. And I get that. And
awesome guy.
I actually he is an awesome guy. I posted a video. Oh, this is a great example. I posted a video of Rambo. Rambo, my dog, my black German Shepherd puppy. He is 4 months old. He's a genius dog, but um, he was doing some tricks on camera and on video, and I posted it in this group. It's gotten like more likes on a photo or video than I've ever done on my personal stuff. I'm like, wow, he's way more popular than me, but he is a
Fur
puppy,
babies,
right?
dude.
It's for sure. But people are just like, oh my god, how did you do that? How did you do that? He's so trained. He's so well trained. He's so sweet. Blah, blah. And it's true, but They didn't see when he was trying to pee on the floor 5 minutes ago.
That's
They
right.
didn't see when he was just jumping up on me like literally. I said literally. Oh,
That's right.
they didn't see
That's
the
right.
things, and I made a point to someone. It hurt my heart. Someone said, "Oh, your dog's so smart and so cool. I wish my puppy could do that. I wish my dog was more like your dog." And I was like, "Sorry to tell you, but it's you." I didn't say that. It is them. But I was like, no, don't, no, no, no. It's don't get real life confused with Instagram life. Like
Yeah,
I just want to show off the cool part. I don't want to show off whenever he was trying to like take a dump in the
exactly.
living room. He's not doing that. I'm just
Exactly.
kidding, but you get the idea. And I think that being authentic is the number one thing you can do. But what I want to say, and we're gonna wrap it up here. I could talk to you all day. I'll talk to you after this too. I'm sure
Absolutely.
just annoy you. But you're building right now, even though you say we've been doing this for a year or two, or whatever. How long has it been exactly?
November will be a year.
Wow, dude. So you've
Yeah.
been doing it your first year, already have become the authority in so many people's eyes. You're getting jobs from the biggest businesses and some of the biggest businessmen that I've ever heard of in this area. You've done it, man. And what you're doing and you're continuing to do is build brand. That is the most important thing, your brand. Because guess what, Ryan? If you did decide one day, even if it was 5 years from now, if you continue on this path, here's what I can promise you. You keep doing these things. If you decided or got forced to quit mulching, say we just ran out of mulching property around here, no matter what you do, you carry your brand with you. And you'll be
Amen.
able to be extremely successful with anything you want to do. You have the resume. It doesn't need to be here's the indented printed out resume here and here. You've done the things, man. You've ran the business. You've been successful. You've grown. You've got a great brand. When you ask people to do things, they do them. If this guy, and it's not just because he pays me a bunch of money, I like this guy. If you ask me to do something, without a doubt, it's done. And I think almost every friend in your life, I know your family's this way because your family's amazing. Your brand's so strong, whether you know it's a brand or not, there's no question. If you need something done, it's done. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. That's true. I totally believe that. And that's something that we've talked about since day one.
Your network is your
You know,
network, baby. That's
your
it.
face has got to be visible.
Hmm.
When you talk about selfie videos, it doesn't just mean you're taking the video yourself. You need to be on that
Exactly.
and I think that's huge. Your face is what your customers are going to see,
Yes.
and they should be comfortable with your face before they ever see you. If that's how they check out your company is through social media.
Truth,
So I
I just
just think
don't.
that that's your brand. Like you said, just being authentic.
Hmm.
It's how you want to do your business. Like if you're going to be slack, don't worry about putting anything on social media
Yeah, exactly.
because you're one bad review away from never getting any work anyway. So,
I
if you're not authentic and
always
you're
got
not
chills,
treating every
man.
customer like they're important, then, it's just not going to work out anyway. But
I
like
want
you
to say
said,
this, Ryan. I got a little bit
yeah,
of hate the other day when I said 2 episodes ago, maybe yesterday. I was like, basically, if you went out of business during the pandemic, don't blame the pandemic, blame yourself. It doesn't apply to everyone. I'll make a clarification. It doesn't apply to
sure.
all businesses, but I still say, sorry, not sorry. It applies to most because you could have been complacent. You could have been grumpy and sad and just pouty and be like, oh, the pandemic's here and I'm not going to be able to do anything. I'm not going to be able to make money. I just know I'm not going to be able to do it. You keep saying you're not going to be able to do something. I guarantee you won't be able to do it. But
You're
I
not
wake up
going
in
to be
the
able to do
morning
it. Yeah.
and I think this is where sports came in to help my small success is there is nothing on that field that I couldn't do.
Yeah.
And if I couldn't do it, guess what I would do? If I couldn't hit a home run over the big boy fence, I was going to freaking swing until I could
Right.
get stronger until I could. And I don't know, maybe it was my parents. Thank you to the parents that I had that instilled that kind of work ethic in me. But I just did. I don't lose, man. I don't ever want to lose. It's not over until I win. That's how I look at it. And that's how my circle looks at it. I think that's how you look at it. And you didn't do that. You just went hard. You had a exponential growth during a pandemic,
Yeah,
Mr.
which is
Bishop.
insane.
How did
And
that
there,
happen?
but that's the thing, just, and I wouldn't want to, talk down to people that have already
No,
lost all their stuff.
yeah, I don't want to do that either. Right?
And that sucks, man. That doesn't matter how it happens, it sucks.
It sure
And,
does.
and doesn't matter how you got in that situation, it's not fun. And so,
Hmm.
I hate that for anybody that is in that situation. But at the same
Hmm.
time, my best friend and I, we played football together, and I was kind of like Mr. Football back in high school. He was Mr. Baseball, and both of us attacked our sports
Hmm.
that we were really good at in the same manner. It was, I'm going to be super humble until you put me across the line from somebody
And
else.
then boom, here we
And
go.
then when that whistle blows, I'm gonna kill somebody, and that's
Yes.
it.
Hmm.
That was it. That was a totally, it's a, switch, just flipping that switch where,
Hmm.
you have a little more mental toughness where that it's not all about all the effort you've put in. There's a lot of people behind the scenes, and
Hmm.
absolutely the only reason that you have any blessings or anything good, it all comes from above.
True.
So, being able
Facts.
to humble yourself and know
Facts.
that, and just relying on those promises and knowing that whatever situation you find yourself in, if you're willing to put in some work, you're willing to do, what you need to do, then, I think that you're going to be successful. When somebody just, I don't know, it's kind of crazy seeing some places go out of business that if they would have taken a couple of steps
Just a
and just
cup of
been proactive
yes.
instead of
That's it.
freaking out, like they
Hmm.
may still be in business, maybe not, but
It's
they
true.
would have had a shot at it. And I hate that people would lose hope, and that sucks, man. That you would lose that much hope and just back off of what you've
Hmm.
already invested so much of your life in.
And
Um,
I hate to bring it here. I just got chills, man. I've gotten chills multiple times during this conversation because you just explain it so well. Maybe I just hear it so well coming from you. But for me, the day business changed for me was when I stopped worrying about, well, shoot, what if all my clients fire me all at the same time? I'm
right,
screwed. I don't have any more money. What would
right,
happen? What would I do? The day that I decided to say, well, at the end of the day, none of these clients are my clients, and none of these dollars are my dollars. They're God's clients and God's dollars. Because
absolutely,
the, the day I started doing that, I'm not gonna lie, I've done pretty well this year. I, the money is in the bank, and I can't believe that I lived so long with like fear and worry and like, oh, is this going to happen or not? I totally stopped worrying about that, and all I want to do is keep pushing forward and do the right thing. And my number one mission in life, of professional life at least, help people, and I'm able to do that
and
through
you do it
media and
all the time.
marketing. That's all I want to do. I don't care about the other things, and that's a pro and a con. All I want to do is achieve the goal for the client that is hired me to do the thing. So that's
Absolutely.
that's the home run. That's the grand slam. That's the World Series. And
Well,
I'm
no,
doing that to not buy more Harleys or stuff like that. Like, I have the things I want for the most part. I'm doing that because I'm putting more money on the plate on Sunday, dog. That's really my
yeah,
biggest brag of this year. Gave a lot of money to my church, and it feels good, and because they're doing all the
absolutely.
good things. So,
That's the one place where God tells you to test Him. You know,
hmm
like it test your faith by being able to tithe to your church. And just
hmm
giving. I mean, shoot, man, he only asked for 10% of what he gave you back.
it says
You
anyway.
get to keep
It says
90%
anyway.
of it.
Like, that's what I
Which
literally look at it
is
like.
just crazy. And you can't outgive God to start with.
Mm-mm.
But
No way. Right. Right.
just like you were talking about, perspective is the thing that you have to change. Like, you didn't, just because you busted your butt doesn't mean that you are the only reason that you were successful to start
No way,
with.
man. I
And
was just
so,
going in circles like a
and then like
hamster.
when the people lose hope, like everybody is going to be hopeless at some point, and that's why you have
Hmm.
to surround yourself with like-minded people, people that are going to encourage you, that are going to going to
Have
lift
your
you up
back,
when
right?
your life sucks. You know?
Man, Ryan, you need to get. I'm gonna set you up in one of your rooms in your house or your office somewhere. I'm gonna set you up a podcast mic just like this one. I'm gonna
Oh
set up the
gosh.
light thing. So all you gotta do is hit the button and then you just talk. Like talk for like 2 hours because you're helping me, man. I know you're helping other people. I know that you've helped people. And that's the really awesome to use your channel on that regard. And I want to see more of that. And I think other people might too. And for the
Yeah,
people that don't want to see it, there's about 1 billion videos uploaded every day between Facebook and YouTube. You can
yeah,
find something else to watch and then come back later.
absolutely.
But before anything else, guys, we want to thank Ryan. I'm going to do it while he's on the screen because we're all a family here. And she's probably downstairs like, man, he needs to just leave the dungeon, the table dungeon. I'd have to give a huge shout out to my wife, Hannah. I
Yeah,
love you. 5 years today, married. Every day, every year's gotten better. I love you so much. So I had to do that, and I'm going to take her to dinner, or she's going to take me to dinner, one of the two. Um, and we're going to have a great rest of our day. And Ryan, Mr. YouTube, Mr. Bishop, the man himself, I just want to say thank you so much for being on this show. I've been after you for a while to do it, and I've got a star-studded lineup for the rest of the year, honestly. And you have just been a treat. I know people have enjoyed this, and they'll enjoy your selfie videos. I'm sure I just set you up to do at least 3 tomorrow to keep up with the demand. Sorry
no
in
worries.
advance. And then we'll get together for sure. 2 Mondays from now, we'll do some awesome. Maybe we'll do a live video together on the job site.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ryan. You are the man, dude. And
Dude, thank you. I
tell them
appreciate
where
it.
they can find you really quick in case they need mulching or forestry mulching needs. Not to give advice, but to pay Ryan money to do the things he does. Tell them where they can find you and get a hold of you.
Yeah, absolutely. You can contact me for advice as well.
He's too
Check
nice.
out our website at rdtimber.com. You can contact us through Facebook Messenger at RD Timber Co. You can give me a call, 843-893-7200. Any of those ways, I'm glad to help with anything, professionally or personally, whatever. And I'm on the phone all the time, and not because I'm having to check my Facebook, because there are automation filtration system that is going on through there, so I don't have to do all that. But I am constantly on the phone, happy to talk to people. Love that part of my job. So, guys, just appreciate you tuning in, and do give a shout out to Ryan Baggett right here. He's just
Oh, you're the
awesome, and
man.
he's trying to help people by putting other professionals, other contractors up and letting them kind of tell their story. That's just helping others, man. That's it doesn't have to be a big thing for him. He's helping other people. Yeah, he's just an awesome guy. So
You're too kind,
thanks,
man.
Ryan. I appreciate it.
You're the man, brother. I put your website on the screen with a little slash vlog. Not many other mulchers have a vlog. It looks like Ryan's got some updating to do on the site. I'll get to that, buddy. We'll update some videos, man. Get this thing rocking. I see your chat on here. I want to flip the screen really quick. This dude does have a pretty slick website, if I do say so myself.
Oh,
The thing's pretty cool. I'll put him up there. Look at this, man. He's got a pretty cool site, dude. He's got the chat function. What's up? He's got it all. We can go ahead and get the quote right now if we wanted to. But man, Ryan, thank you so much for everything, and I'll talk to you soon, brother. Peace.
you're a man. Love you, man.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been one fun episode, man. That guy, Ryan Bishop, is so awesome. So awesome. If you have a bunch of acreage, like 25, 30 acres, and you're looking to just get it nice and cleared so you can understand that property value, if you're sitting on a big pond or a lake or river front and you don't see the view, he can fix that. This guy's awesome. Very, very good friend of mine. Lucky to know the guy. And you guys are lucky to hear from him. He's a real business owner, making real money, spending real money on real machines from real manufacturers. This is real, guys. Told you. This is where we're going with this. You look up how much money it is to to find someone to do the things in his industry. Chose the wrong one, man. If I was only about the money, I'd be getting me a gyro track, leaving Beaufort County because I can't compete with Bishop and those guys. And I'd go somewhere where there wasn't any fortune multiples. I'd make some bank, son. But that to me just wouldn't. It's not for me. The thing that gets me going is truthfully helping people achieve whatever goals that they have with digital marketing. And the best way to achieve those results, I have found, are a multitude of ways and strategies that I have packaged up for you to enjoy and to utilize to make money and grow your business. Funnel starters are now available, y'all. I've got a team working up some great templates for the funnel starters. And here's the thing, any business, that's going to be the goal. Restaurants, that's the hardest one because of all, I won't even go there, covered, every function in the restaurant taken care of, done. The other businesses out there, they just need their Facebook to work, man. And thankfully, the wife helped me solve this issue because she, in essence, created the funnel starters tab the other day to allow you guys to say, oh, I'm a retailer, or oh, I'm a dentist office, oh, I'm a chiropractor. Tap, install. Now your Facebook page is supercharged in ways that you didn't even know existed, I promise you. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you have questions, comment, keep the DMs coming. Text me, call me, whatever. I'm happy to help you. If I can't help you, I'll let you know that your question's dumb. Just kidding. I'll let you know that I don't know the answer, and I'll find you the person that knows the answer, and I'll connect you if I can at all. I'm in the business of helping people, especially restaurants, though. That's why Tap the Table's here. That's why Tap the Table exists. I want to assist every single restaurant in America unlocking their Facebook page to generate the largest, most amazing customer database possible and make money. That's why you're posting. That's why you're doing things to make money, guys. Let's be real. Keep watching. New episode coming tomorrow, early in the morning, because we have a guest from all the way across the world. The Netherlands, my friend. This guy, we're taking it from the woods of South Carolina today all the way to the Netherlands tomorrow. And then on Monday, guys, my hero, Kelly, the bot queen, baby got bot, will be on the show. That's Michael Jordan will be on this show, basically, ladies and gentlemen. My Michael Jordan. She's freaking awesome. She just won a big award, the biggest award you could win in her side of things, in chat world or message marketing, whatever you want to call this fun thing we're all doing now. And it is going to be a blast. She is so fun, so smart. Probably one of the smartest people. I said it last time on the internet. Can't wait. I hope you can't wait. I'm not going to do the notification bell and like my page and follow my thing. I say do it if you want to, but you're not going to want to miss these next couple episodes, guys. Thank you all so much and have a great rest of the weekend. I'm going to go be with my wife and celebrate our anniversary now. Thanks, guys. Peace.